Coming up on the Streaming Insider, YouTube TV adds a new sports tier that will make NFL fans very happy. Mulan is streaming on Disney Plus today, but when will it be free? And a new Apple TV is coming with one killer feature. This and so much more coming up on the Streaming Insider. Streamers, it's Jason from The Streamable, and every week we bring you behind the scenes of the biggest news in streaming. Before we get going, make sure you hit that subscribe button below so you get every week's episode of The Streaming Insider. This week, there's no story bigger than the release of Mulan on Disney Plus. While starting today, you'll be able to watch Mulan on your Disney Plus subscription, it won't be free. It costs $29.99 in the US for something called Premier Access. And remember, it's not like a PVOD release where you get it as a rental for 48 hours. You'll actually be able to keep Mulan as long as you keep your Disney Plus subscription active. Some other things we learned, just like everything else on Disney Plus, you'll be able to download it to your device so you can watch it offline. But the big news of the week is that Disney Plus will make Mulan available to all subscribers coming on December 4th. That means in just 3 months you'll be able to watch Mulan as long as you're a Disney Plus subscriber for no additional cost. What's also interesting is starting on November 3rd, Disney Plus will remove Mulan for Premier Access. That means for 1 month it will be unavailable unless you've already purchased it. And why is that happening? Well, we think what that means is it will probably be available for sale or maybe for rent from places like Amazon Prime Video and iTunes and Google Play. That's not the only Disney Plus news release. Since the release of Disney Plus last November, one of the most requested features was a progress indicator to show you exactly where you were in an episode of a show. And Disney has started to release that across some of their platforms, including on mobile devices. So now when you start an episode, you'll see a little progress bar on the bottom when you've left the episode, so when you get back to it, you can see exactly where you left off from. Another feature that hasn't quite launched yet but looks like it's coming is a group watch feature. Some things you should know about the Disney Plus group watch feature is one, everyone that you share the film with will have to be a Disney Plus subscriber. Second, you won't be able to share the Mulan Premier Access release unless each person has already purchased the film. And lastly, if you're trying to share it with someone in a different international market, you'll only be able to share content that is available in all markets. But on the plus side, this seems like a great feature that will allow families who are separated due to COVID-19 to be able to watch Disney films together. Well, last week we learned about a new Android TV device that's coming from Google. This week we learned that a new Apple TV is coming as well, as soon as this fall. And besides a brand new processor, one of the killer features of the new Apple TV is leveraging something similar to Find My iPhone. The remote will have a built-in AirTag, so that means whether your remote gets lost underneath a couch cushion, you'll be able to easily find the remote no matter where it goes, which is really helpful because that Apple TV remote is really skinny and really small. So I know from my own experience that gets lost pretty frequently. So going back to that Android TV box, we learned a little bit more about just when it's coming out and its price. While there were some rumors that it will be expensive as $80, there were some leaks on retailer sites that show it might be as low as $50, which would make it incredibly competitive to the Fire Stick 4K and the Roku Streaming Stick Plus. So the Sabrina Android TV device, as you remember, has a built-in Android TV interface, but looks very much like a Chromecast. There was even a leak on Target.com that shows that the device may be available as soon as September 30th. So if you're looking for a high-powered Android TV streamer directly from Google, you may be able to get it sooner rather than later. And then for our final story of the week, big news for NFL fans. The Streamable broke the news this week that YouTube TV would be adding NFL Network to their base tier, as well as a brand new sports add-on called Sports Plus, which will have NFL Red Zone. In addition to NFL Red Zone, the Sports Plus add-on, which will be at least $10 a month, will have some soccer channels like Fox Soccer Plus, which right now is a $15 add-on on YouTube TV, as well as things like Goal TV and College Sports Network Fox College Sports. This is finally some good news for YouTube TV subscribers that saw a 30% price hike from $50 to $65 earlier this year with the addition of Viacom channels. And for most of these channels, it's nice they're doing it as part of an add-on, because this means they'll be able to add more and more sports channels to the service without raising the price of the base plan. And that's it for this week's edition of the Streaming Insider. Make sure you drop us a comment below. Are you gonna watch Mulan today or wait until it's free in December? And make sure you give us a thumbs up and hit subscribe so you get next week's episode of the Streaming Insider. And all week long we're releasing news and reviews at thestreamable.com, so come visit us and let us know what you think. And as always, for the Streamable and the Streaming Insider, I'm Jason. Happy streaming.